Well, first of all, what's your thoughts heading into this game against Celtic on Sunday?
Well, we know we're facing a top team with some top players, but we're looking forward to the game off the back of a good result in the Cup last week. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
How much confidence do you take into the game? Because I think you're undefeated in 6 bar the Rangers game. You know, how much confidence do you take given that, you know, not so good run you were on, and now you're on this run going into face, you know, the top of the table?
Yeah, well, first of all, like I've said, that we're facing a top team with top players, so we'll always be respectful of that. Do I feel we're in a better place than we were last time we played them? Yeah, I do. But we're also, again, playing against a top team, so we're looking forward to being back at home again, and we're looking forward to meeting the challenge head on of what will be a difficult one.
And the last time you played them obviously was at Celtic Park, and the last time at Tannadice was that 9-0 defeat. How much of a different Dundee United side do you feel you are now from then?
Yeah, well, I feel we've made progress. I think results and performances will tell you that. That was obviously a low point for everybody connected to the club. Players, staff, but most importantly probably the supporters. So, listen, we're aware of that. It's not something that I'm going to dwell on, it's not something I'm going to talk to the players about. I think we've moved on from that.
Do you still get haunted by that result?
We've moved on from that. So.
And I mean, how much, so you're obviously not going to mention it to the players, but how confident are you that this time at Tannadice, you know, you can get a good result?
Well, every game we go in and the demand that our supporters put on us, and the demand that I put on the players is that we always try and win games, and if we can't win games, we always try and take something from the games. So listen, we need to make sure that we're good without the ball against Celtic, but we also need to make sure that when the opportunities arise, that we take our chances. Whenever you play the Old Firm, there's things that need to fall into place. Yeah, they need to be a wee bit off it. We need to be at our best. Our keeper will need to make some good saves, and like I say, we'll need to take a chance or two when they're presented to us.
And how much more positive do you feel personally now compared to, you know, that time in August? Because obviously it was a tough time for you being assistant to Jack also at the time. Now you're the manager. You know, how much more positive do you feel about the club and
well, if you're asking me that if I'm enjoying the job, the answer is yes. I'm absolutely thoroughly enjoying the job. I've got a really good set of players. I've got really good backing from my staff and from Tony Ashgar and Mark Organ, the chairman. So, listen, I feel like we're making progress. I repeat, I think you've seen that in the performances and the results we've picked up. Does that count for anything on Sunday? No, because we need to go out there and make it very, very difficult Celtic, and hopefully that we can do that and we cause them problems. So I feel good about the group where we're at, and we just need to keep pushing and keep working to improve.
And obviously we're in the transfer window coming to an end. Any update in terms of players coming in or going out?
Listen, there's nothing at the moment. But as I've said previously, the January window can be very, very, things can happen and move very, very quickly. So I can't foresee any ins and outs before the weekend, but I just never know. And
are you hoping to bring anyone in before the transfer window?
Yeah, but listen, we're always looking. But it has to be the right fit, it has to be the right type of person, has to be somebody that's going to improve us, whether it be the team or whether it be the squad. And we're not going to bring anybody in just for the sake of bringing somebody in. I don't want to take risks.
And Tony Watt, any update on his situation?
No.
And obviously there's been a lot of interest in Ronnie McLeod as well. Has there been any more interest or any sort of formal interest in him?
No, none at all. Rory's played on Saturday. I thought he did well for a 16-year-old kid. He's trained well this week and he'll be involved at the weekend.
Thank you.
No problem.
Liam, I know you said you wouldn't be mentioning the 9-0 to the players, but obviously a lot of the players that were taken to the field this weekend were involved with that tie. Do you have any concerns the memories of that might have any impact on the mood this time then?
No, I don't feel that. So what you always need to be concerned with is that you're playing against a top team and against top players, and on their day Celtic can be devastating. So we know that, we understand that, we'll prepare properly as we always do, and it's about us making sure that we, if things don't go our way, that we stay in the game, we make it difficult for them, and we work exceptionally hard, because that's what you've got to do.
I mean, it was the kind of result that, I mean, a team could go under after a result like that, and clearly if you look to where they are now, they haven't allowed that to happen. They have gradually worked their way back into a situation which is lot more positive looking than it was back then. I mean, do you think there was? I think that says a lot about the group, the way they have over time recovered from that.
Yeah, I think so. I think whenever you have results like that one, it can affect people in different ways, and some people bounce back and have got more resilience than others. I think the credit to the group is that they're now they have improved and they have bounced back. Listen, would I have liked it to happen quicker? Absolutely, but listen, that's football. Nothing's easy. Confidence is huge in football, and sometimes when it goes, it can take a long time to come back, but it can go very, very quickly. It's a strange thing. So, but I do feel the group's in a far better place, and we're really looking forward to the game. We need to get that across to you. We're looking forward to it. We're at home. I believe in the group, and I believe that we can put on a performance.
Stupid sounding question, but how big a challenge do you face?
It's a huge challenge. Listen, it's the best team in the country. League table tells you that. We need to be our very, very best. We need to hope that they're maybe a wee bit off it, and we need to capitalise, and we need to make it difficult for them. We need to not allow them to get into any rhythm, but also when we've got the ball, we need to take care of the ball, because if we keep turning the ball over, the way that Celtic are, they can smother you and they can suffocate you. So we need to make sure that out of possession we're good, but in possession we're brave and we'll take the ball and cause them some problems.
Your team news?
Team news, not everybody's fit and firing, so we'll have some difficult decisions to make for the team and the squad, so no, all good.
Hi Liam. Just a quick one really. Last time you played Celtic through in the West, it was 2 late goals that made the difference in points. How important is it to keep the momentum going right up to the final whistle?
Well, listen, we came away from that game with no points, so that's a disappointment for us, although I was pleased with 8 to 9 minutes of that performance. So listen, it's something that we're working on, it's something that we've spoken about as a group, that we need to see games out. So hopefully from now to the end of the season we'll do that on a more consistent basis.
Do you have a different kind of team talk in the run up to when you're playing an Old Firm game, or a team from the Old Firm, rather than say St Johnstone or Aberdeen or any of the other ones that are kind of middle of the table?
No, I think I've tried to be consistent in how I behave every single day with the players. I hope that gives them familiarity. We never get too high when we win, we never get too low when we lose. They don't need me to tell them whenever they play Celtic and Rangers there's going to be a majority of the time without the ball. So there's nothing really different from my point of view.